Hello. In this video, I will demonstrate how to create a new site in Dynamics 365 Commerce Site Builder. When you provision e-commerce, we provide you with a starter site that contains example pages, templates, fragments, media, and other assets. You can use this as a starting point for building your own site, and this is probably the fastest way to get your first site up and running. In Dynamics 365 Commerce, a single e-commerce site can be configured to serve products and content for multiple locales. And multiple locales can use a common channel, or individual locales can consume products from separate channels. However, Dynamics 365 Commerce doesn't put any limitation on the number of sites you can create. Here are some scenarios where you might want or need to create a new site. If you want to build a site for a different domain, if a subsection of your site is significantly different from the rest of the site, or if you want to limit who has access to certain parts of your site, or if you want to maintain separate sites for different locales or channels. So let's walk through the steps for creating a new site. You'll start by clicking New in the Sites view. We'll start by giving the site a name. This name is only visible in Site Builder and won't be shown to customers. Next, we need to provide a Site Administrator's security group. Here you'll enter the name of an Azure Active Directory security group that already exists in the AAD you signed into Site Builder with. Site Builder verifies that the group exists in your AAD, and you'll see an error message if it can't find the group using the name you provided. The members of this group will get all access rights for this site, and you can make changes later by going into the Staff section of Site Settings after the site is created. The rest of the settings establish the language and the channel that will be used when your customers go to your site with the URL you'll set up here. For this example, we'll set up a site whose base URL is a subdirectory under the domain name. We're going to do it this way because we already have a site in Site Builder that is set up to serve pages for requests to winter.fabricam.com. So first, we'll select a channel. The channel determines which products, categories, prices, and other details your customers will be shown. The list of channels you see in New Site Setup are defined in Headquarters. Headquarters refers to these as online stores. Next, we'll choose a language. The language you choose will be the one that's displayed to customers when they land on your site with the base URL we're about to set up. The list of languages you see here are set up in Headquarters for the channel you've chose above. Now we'll define the base URL, and first we'll choose the domain. The options you see here come from the comma-separated list you provided when you provisioned e-commerce. If you need to add a domain name to this list, you'll need to submit a service request. You'll find that option under Support within your project in the Lifecycle Services portal. The path is a string that follows the domain. This string is most often a locale code, but in this example, we're using it to define a subsite. This combination of domain and path is what we call the base URL. The base URL determines the channel and language your customers will see when they land on your site with that URL. And now, when we click OK, the new site is generated and we can start creating the templates, fragments, and pages that will display the site's content. At this point, we've configured the site with a single base URL that will serve one language and one channel. If we want to create base URLs for additional languages or channels, we'll do that in the Channels section under Site Settings.